Welcome to our Turning Pro Challenge Week 14 live account review. This is Raman from Trading with Venus. Quick disclaimer before we get started, this is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be very careful with your money. If you've been following me on the Turning Pro Challenge, you know the purpose of the Turning Pro Challenge is for us to adapt the actions and behaviors of the professional traders and get away from the amateur way of thinking. So when we start doing the actions that the professional traders do, our results will match the results that professional traders get as well. So it's all about aligning our actions to get the results that we want. If you would like to follow me on this journey and you would like to start doing some of these actions that I talk about, I invite you to go to tradingwithvenus.com/turnpro to download the workbook that I use when doing this challenge. So in terms of our challenge, what exactly are we trying to do? So it boils down to three main things that we have to work on. First is the preparation. Second part is the execution based on the preparation that we did. And the last step is to review so that we can look at what happened, how things went, and then make adjustments as we go. So once we do all this stuff, and as we do this stuff on an ongoing basis, we'll find that our results will start improving over time. And the way we manage trades, the way we think about trading will start to change, and we'll start to auto-correct ourselves. So we'll start to look at what we're doing, we'll start doing different actions, and that will then impact our results. So let's go on to our workbook that we use, and then we'll look at our trading account. The workbook that I'm using here that you can download if you want to. This is called Turning Pro, How to Become a Professional Trader. This is a workbook that I've put together based on my experience that I found to be very helpful. So first thing, we have to start off with our trading goals. Trading goals, these are the number of pips per week that I want. My goal is to make 100 pips per week. And I have been trading the London session as well as the New York session now. So 2 days a week, I trade the London session, and other 2 days a week, I trade the New York session. And I have been taking more of the slightly longer term trades so that I can accommodate the different sessions as well. So basically my goal is 100 pips per week or to make 35 pips per day. That's the goal. So first thing we have to do is set the goal that we want to follow. Second thing that we are looking at are the rules. So my rules are to manage the risk, because when the risk is managed, we can then stay longer in the game. Even if we are messing up, so we're not executing perfectly, we can still get to the results, because when we control our risk, we can stay in the game and we can play another day instead of blowing our account. So managing risk is very important. You can of course have your rules around how much risk you're willing to take. The general rule of thumb is between 1 to 5%, and I'm looking to do about 1 to 2% of my account risking that much, and no more than 1% on any given trade. So this way you have lots of leeway. Even if you're making mistakes, we can still recover from those mistakes. Another rule that I have is never to trade without a stop loss. And the fourth rule that I have is to stop trading after hitting 3 losses in a row. So this one is a good way to interrupt your pattern instead of going down that slippery slope of giving away more and more money. This way, once we hit a certain criteria, we just stop trading and walk away and then come back to trade another day, because the markets are here all the time. So we don't really need to force things if they are not coming to us. So that's another rule that I have implemented, and I find it really helps me stay on track. From trade management perspective, my rules are to have stop loss and take profit in place when entering a trade. I find this has really helped me, because when I don't have a stop loss in place, the loss, the amount of loss can keep on growing, and I just have hard time getting out of a losing trade if I don't have a fixed stop loss in place. So this one, it just keeps the emotions in check, and it helps me get out of the trades when they are not the right trades to be in. And another one is trailing the stop as the price moves. So this way we're not giving away all of our profits. We still can take our profits and we can get out of the trade, and the trade will just close out with a take profit target. So I have been doing that as well. So in terms of the preparation, I was fairly good at the preparation. I do the daily market analysis calls as part of the trade room. So that has been going well, and I mark the different levels that I'm going to take trades from. Always look at the news, and I create a trade plan for the following day as to what direction I'm looking at and where I would be looking to engage in the market. So from preparation perspective, I did well this week. In terms of the market review, this is something that I'm still struggling with, and what I have done, the action that I'm taking in order to correct that is to actually bring someone in to do this with me so that I hold myself accountable, things get done, and I make a progress on this. It's just something that I've been fighting for the last 3 months, and I find I'm very inconsistent in this. And it's very, very important for me to do this properly on an ongoing basis, because this is a habit that needs to be formed, and it's not happening right now. So I'm hiring somebody and bringing somebody in just to kind of work with me on this type of stuff. So when we find that we are consistently not performing an action, we have to look at ways on how we can bring ourselves to do that action. And so this is one of the things that I am working on at the moment. Same thing with the weekly review as well. I've been a hit or a miss on this one, so I need to do this better. So starting this week, I should be able to take some of these steps going forward. Moving on to the account now. In terms of where we sit, the balance currently is at $8,335.21. So there's progress from last week, and this week was profitable as well. However, I found that I did give back a lot of the profit. I could have had twice as much profit, but I gave it back. The markets were a bit volatile again this week, and I found during the volatility, I didn't actually take the profit because it hadn't hit my take profit target, and then I ended up giving a whole bunch of it back. So I could have had a better week, but I found that from trade management perspective, I need to maybe shift things a little bit and improve upon that. But overall, it was a positive week. So let's take a look at the accountability spreadsheet here. So this is our Turning Pro scorecard spreadsheet here. So in terms of week 14, this is what we are looking at. The profit for this week was $634.22. Overall profit since I started this challenge is at $4,795.80. So I started it with $3,500, and currently I'm sitting at $8,335. So overall, we're looking at about 137% return so far year to date on this. So we have more than doubled the account. That had happened previously here as well before I kind of went down here because I started making some mistakes. So now the goal is to not make those mistakes, to slowly, as things come up, things will come up when the mindset is not quite there, and when, from the emotional sense, I'm not making the perfect decisions, but how to keep those in check. And when I do find myself going down that path, how do I course correct? So that has been the main focus. Like I said here, overall, it is a profitable week and I have moved up. But there are a couple of things like the post-market reviews that need to be done that I am currently taking steps to correct. So in terms of the scorecard, in terms of preparation, I got full marks here because I do this fairly well. It has become a habit, and I do this without fail. Execution side, like I said here, I did take the trades as planned. So perhaps I could have all three in there. In terms of managing stop loss and take profit targets, I found that, and correct trade management, I found that I could have moved my stops, I could have trailed my stops better, and I could have adjusted my take profit target. And I ended up giving back almost half of my profits, so I can do a better job of that, recognizing when the profit target will not get hit and actually taking quicker action in order to fix that problem as opposed to staying in the trade longer. So that's why I have 2s in there instead of 3. So I give myself 2 out of 3 marks because there is some work that needs to be done, and I need to recognize those turning points a little bit better, or at least close out the trade when things are not going my way and take that profit off of the table. In terms of the post-market review, I just give myself 1 because, again, I did not do this as well as I could have done. And then managing emotions properly, I give myself 2 out of 3 in this one because, like I said, I could have managed the emotions a little bit better, and instead of looking for that larger target, I should have just taken the profits off of the table and done a better job overall. So that is the scorecard. All in all, though, I'm up for the week, $634 in profit. So that's good. The target for this week was $600. So overall, met the target, on track with that, which is good. That's all for today. You guys have a wonderful trading week, and I will see you next time. Hi friends, a lot of people have been asking about my Traderoom service. So currently I am not offering the service anymore, or actually I had stopped offering the service because I am building up a different set of services. I am changing the business a little bit and therefore making some shifts in the business. So I had closed off the Traderoom till we come up with a new concept. However, it has been taking some time. So I think I'm still a few weeks away from introducing that service. But in the meantime, a lot of people have been asking me about the Traderoom service and they're interested in joining the Traderoom. So I just wanted to open up the Traderoom for just 1 week here for all of those who missed joining the Traderoom earlier or want to jump on this opportunity now. This is a good time to do it. Going forward, the prices will be changing on this, and the type of service that I'll be offering will be changing as well. So it will be at a slightly higher price point, but also it will be a different type of service as well. However, everybody who is in the Traderoom currently, they get grandfathered in, so you will get the same access but at a lower price point. So if you are interested in joining the Traderoom, what you get as part of the Traderoom is a weekly market analysis that we do on Sunday. And then you also get access to my private Skype group where I share my trade ideas and commentary on what's going on day-to-day basis. I answer questions and you can show me a chart, and I share my charts and things like that. And I also share my trade alerts. So any live trades that I am taking, when I take them, I will put that in the Skype room as well as in the Twitter group here, where I will tell you exactly the level that I'm getting in at, where my stop loss and profit targets are. All of those I will post as I take the calls. And then we also do a daily market analysis call every evening where I cover over 20 different pairs, and in each pair we take a look at what direction I'm expecting the market to go and where I am expecting for it to pull back, where it would be the best level to enter the trade, where the target would be. So you have a choice of not just the trades that I take, but you can also take a look at this market analysis and choose any trades based on those analyses as well. And every Friday I do a members only webinar where we cover different educational topics. And as a bonus, you will also get my pivot point indicator. This is one of the few indicators that I use. So if you're interested in using the pivot point indicator, you will get that as well. The cost for this service is $97 per month, and this is a month-to-month subscription, so you're free to cancel this at any point that you choose. You have full control over your subscription. And if you would like to sign up for this, please visit the link given here. It's a bit.ly link, TWV Traderoom. Trading with Venus, a Traderoom. And the cost for this service is going to go up. Like I said, I'm making some changes. They are a few weeks away, so it will take me some time to get that all together. But in the meantime, if you are interested in joining the trade room, this is a good opportunity to do so, because after this, I will be closing the trade room again till I am ready to offer the new service. So this option is available only for the next week. So if you are interested in joining, please feel free to do so. And I would love to have you in the trade room and work with you personally. So that's it for now. Have a great trading week, and I'll see you next time.